So the artwork is more than just an artwork. I think that's probably the first thing to say.
Yeah, so Solandra for us was the first of this type of integrated facility whereby we've delivered a plaza space, an outdoor space for public, along with the building as a significant space.
We had a lineal 5-year study done with Vic Health and RMIT, and we identified that there's a need for community connection based in Solandra, and so we were trying to see what we could do with built form and the public realm to really promote that community connection, encourage people to talk to each other.
This opportunity came forward and we were looking to do something really integrated and unique. I touched base with Jordan at RMIT to discuss a possible partnership with the university to try and create something from the ground up.
So behind this artwork is a whole field of thinking around what an integrated public artwork could be. That is, a public artwork integrated into the landscape using design processes to get there. So with this project, we've got something that will respond to the community, and its existence is very much dependent on how the community responds to it. So it almost becomes a measurement tool for social engagement.
We're avoiding the idea that this is going to be a plonk art, but this is rather more of a living piece of art that responds to the people around it.
We have a notion of the artwork as being a kind of other, sort of a creature unto itself that has behaviours.
As far as I'm aware, there's no other permanent digital artworks that have been installed in Melbourne or possibly even Australia. This has a physical body made of stone and concrete, but it also has a brain. It has a digital component that will remember the interaction that happens with it and then take that interaction and reflect it back within its own space to the community at a later stage. So that will happen at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year. Cycles like that.
It's a visual, physical thing. It's a light experience. It's a sensory touch thing, and it's a sense of connection, and then it's this emotional reaction to it where you start to realise that you're making a difference to this space. Like, it's recording what you're doing and then playing it back to you, and you can actually control it. It's not just something that's given to you, but it's something that you give back to. I reckon there's just so many layers to it.
With most public art projects, you're dealing with, a couple of creatives. You'll have the head creative who's the artist, and then you'll have the different stakeholders that are incorporated with the project. With this particular project, we had 7 creative people contributing to this one element.
From the very first day, we said to the council that they're not the clients and we're not the design team, that we're all the design team and that we're collaborating together.
The collaboration's been fantastic. It's been really well led by some of the key staff within the City of Casey, but also a really strong representation from the RMIT. So having people with different skill sets and different, sort of experience and knowledge has been integral to bringing together this project.
When there's a lot of coordination between different groups and different people from different backgrounds, the communication is really vital, and that's been great.
The team at Casey are just so open to ideas and so open to innovation. There's been no cynicism or backtracking. Right from the beginning, it's been like, this is great, yep, we can do it. And obviously that is key. If we hadn't have had that collaborative partnership, it wouldn't have been possible to get to where we are now.
I hope that the effect will be that the community take ownership of the space and they actually get to utilise all the services in there, and it brings them together.
People will either look at it and not understand it, or play with it, or just avoid it. But I think there'll be other people who just can't get enough of it. I reckon there'll be kids who just, every time they go to the square, they'll want to go up to it. So immediately, this town square is no longer just a piece of hard infrastructure. This is now part of that story of the place. So people will go away from here and they'll talk about their interactions with this piece, and they'll talk about their experiences being in the space and watching other people use it. All of a sudden, this town square is a place that is talked about and that people attach themselves to. This is my home, this is my community.